So I'm an enrolled member of the Apsalaga Nation, but we're popularly known as the Crow tribe. And we are located in south central Montana, and our Aboriginal homeland is all throughout central Montana over into the Dakotas and into southern Wyoming. And so a huge range that we occupied for about the past 500 years, according to our oral historians. So that's how long, my family stretches back here in Montana on my Crow side, my Apsalaga side. And then I also have mixed heritage on all sides of my family. It's very interesting. So my mother's great grandmother on her father's side was a full-blooded Crow Indian. And then on her mother's side, her great grandmother again was a full-blooded Crow Indian. And so on both sides of her family, she had Crow Indian women who married white men. And one of them was an Irishman that came out here to Montana after the Civil War. He had fought for the Union, and he came out here, I think probably to try and make a living or homestead or whatever. And it was very hard to do that back in those days, especially in the 1860s. By then, the fur trade was kind of over, and so he ended up marrying a Crow Indian woman, which was like the next best thing, I guess, because once he married into the nation, he had all of her family as his family now, right? So he basically married into the tribe, you might say. And then he was kind of flush with resources, and he had support and a network. And then on the other side, again, the same thing, except this guy was a Frenchman. So you have a Frenchman and an Irishman who both married Crow Indian women. And then on the next generation down, their children, one of them married a white man and the other one married a mixed blood Crow. And so by the time it got to me, from my mother, my blood is pretty well mixed, mostly Crow Indian and then Irish and French from her. And then on my father's side, he's actually a Ho-Chunk from Winnebago, from Nebraska. And so he's enrolled there. And I believe, I don't know a lot about, his lineage, but I'm pretty sure there's mixed blood there going back at least 2 generations on his side. So very interesting, historic background for someone like me who has all these different nationalities, I guess you could say, but really never left Montana growing up, never really knew much about any other part of the world, never really knew what it was like to live off the reservation. So, and culturally, in many ways, I feel like, I'm as much a Crow Indian as just about anyone from there who grew up there. I know my heritage and traditions pretty well. I'm not an expert, but I'm always trying to learn more. And trying to be a member of the community, I think, is important, even though I don't live there. Staying in contact and traveling down and keeping my kids involved. Those are all things that are important to me. And so every generation down, I feel like they have a different and new perspective. But the connection to the land and to their family is something that as long as they need to really hold fast to. And I think that's been part of the key to my success.